Good morning, New Canaan High School.
I'm Annie Manalia, coming to you live from the NCTV studio. Today is October 20th and a day C.
And I'm Dom Maitino. With Chick-fil-A opening up and Spirit Week coming up, we have plenty of news, but first, may everyone please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For our top story, the theater department opened up their first show last night, The Miracle Worker. It showed the touching story of Helen Keller, played by Claire Lavelle, and her life being both deaf and blind. When her parents, played by Will Dooley and Grace Rucci, don't know what else to do to help her, they call upon Annie Sullivan, played by Sadie Salert. With her help, Helen is finally able to communicate with other people. If you didn't get a chance to see the show last night, catch it tonight at 7 p.m. and tomorrow at 2 and 7. You can buy tickets at nchstheater.com or at the front door for $17.
Next week is the most anticipated week of the year, Spirit Week. The week starts off with Pajama Day on Monday, High Society Day on Tuesday, Costume Day on Wednesday, Turn Back the Clock Day on Thursday, and finally, Red and Black Day on Friday. On Friday, the pep rally will be from 10:30 to 11:30, and starting at 6:30 will be the bonfire. The band Threshold of Pain will perform, and each grade will be selling snacks, while the bonfire will be lit at 7. Saturday, there is the homecoming football game, which starts at 2. Then the Halloween-themed homecoming will be from 7 to 10 in the NCHS gym. And seniors, don't forget to vote for your homecoming queen and king, which will be announced at the dance.
I'm excited to see who gets picked. Now, if you're still in need for Red and Black Day spirit wear, the Rams Sports Store is now back in action and is ready to supply students for the school year. They're selling shirts, vintage jerseys, hats, pajamas, and more. The store raises money towards the New Canaan Athletics High School and is a huge reason why New Canaan sports teams are successful every year. The store will be open every day of the homecoming week from 11 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So be sure to pick up your sports gear before it's too late, and don't forget, cash only.
The Charity Link Penguin Contest is waddling its way into Spirit Week. Starting next week in the lounge, students can donate money to their preferred teachers or principals. The money raised will be sent to a charity of their choosing, and the teacher that raises the most money by the end of the week will wear the penguin suit for a whole day. This year's contestants are Miss Ludula, Miss Cebulski, Mr. Egan, Mr. Remley, Mr. Gusich, and Mr. Joshi.
This Sunday between 1 and 4 p.m. for parents and students is College Goal Sunday at Norwalk Community College. There will be volunteers there to assist families in filling out the federal forms required for college financial aid. We went to Ms. Rivera, who told us how to register.
Anyone can go. Now's the time for seniors to be filling out those forms, or their parents to be filling out those forms. To register, you can go online to collegegoalsundayct.org or see your counselor who has flyers that they can give you as well.
Thanks, Ms. Rivera. Now, Annie, I've heard that this past week, boys soccer has been going on a tear.
That's right, Dom. I'm really happy for them, and Schaefer's standing by to give us the whole report. How are our teams looking, Shay?
They're looking great, Annie. Hey, NCHS, how you doing? The Rams Sports Report had a bye last week, but we're back and better than ever. So as the regular season is winding down, let's get you caught up with all the teams. I'm Schaefer Jones, and this is your Rams Sports Report. Let's start things off with girls volleyball, who is having a fantastic year. The girls went into Wednesday's matchup against Darien 10-5 on the season and riding a 5-game winning streak. They were able to keep the streak going as they won 3-2, beating Darien for the first time in 15 years. They are now 9-4 in the FCIAC. With 4 games left, their conference playoff race is looking pretty good for them. This past Saturday, Coach Marinelli and the boys headed up to Greenwich for their annual contest with the Cardinals. The Rams headed into the highly anticipated game, now dubbed the Marinelli Bowl, with a record of 3-1. The Cardinals went up 21-0 early on, though, and the Rams weren't able to come back. The final score would be 36-21 as Greenwich remains undefeated. The Rams will look to get back on track, however, as they face off against Trinity Catholic tonight at Dunning at 7. Good luck, guys. Last Friday, the girls' swimming and diving team went up against Ridgefield, looking to keep their momentum going into the meet. New Canaan fell behind early in the 500 freestyle as Ridgefield clinched the top 2 spots. However, the tides would change as senior Lizzie Colwell of New Canaan finished atop the 100 breaststroke standings. It would be a back-and-forth battle, but the girls would end up blowing Ridgefield out of the water pun intended, winning 102-83. The girls will take on Fairfield Ward today at 3 and will have one more meet versus Darien before heading into the FCIACs. On Monday, the boys' soccer team faced off against #1 ranked Ridgefield, and the odds were stacked against them as they have a record of 2-8-2. Of course, NCTV was there for all the action, so let's roll the tape. 20 minutes into the first half, the score is 0-0, though it wouldn't take long, however, for senior Alex Zarikos to work his magic. Zarikos, in his Ronaldo-like fashion, kicks the ball over the helpless goalie, gets his own rebound, and puts it in for the first score of the game. Just 5 minutes later, Zarikos receives the swaggiest pass I've ever seen by Steven Curiali, who then he sprints the ball down the field, once again facing off against the goalie, getting his own rebound again, and ultimately scoring a second goal in the game, bringing their lead up to 2. With 10 minutes left in the half, though, Ridgefield rallies as they put one in the back of our own net, cutting their deficit in half. In the second half, however, the Rams had a big corner as senior Wes Farley heads the ball to Zarikos, who completes the shake and bake for the hat trick. Despite Ridgefield's best efforts, that goal would be the final nail in the coffin as the game would end with a score of 3-1 New Canaan. The boys would successfully carry over their momentum going into their Wednesday matchup where they beat St. Joe's by, and get this, another hat trick by Alex Zarikos. That's 2 hat tricks for him on the week, so make sure to show up tonight at the new Water Tower turf at 4 to see as he goes for his third. With all that excellent play, that's enough to make Alex Zarikos our Ram of the Week. Now on the outside looking in is girls soccer, who is 2 games away from qualifying for FCIACs. The girls started off their week with senior night on Monday, but despite their high hopes, were unable to walk away with a win as they fell to St. Joe's 4-0. Tonight, the team will head up to Staples High School, a team ranked only behind the St. Joe's Crusaders in the FCIAC. Regardless of the tough matchup, I have faith that the girls will pull this one out as their postseason hopes rely on it. Good luck, girls. Now, as a quick update on cross country, the boys team was in the midst of one of their best seasons in recent memory, putting together a 12-3 dual meet record. The girls squad also finished with a strong season as they had a record of 9-3. Both the boys and girls teams had FCIACs on Wednesday, but were unable to clinch either of the spots that they wanted as they finished 5th and 10th respectively. And last but certainly not least is girls field hockey. The girls who have already qualified for FCIACs faced off against a Trumbull team on Monday and sauced them 3-1. Going into Thursday, the girls were able to defeat a Westhill team holding the second to worst record in the FCIAC. The girls are now 9-5 on the season and have one more game before the postseason. They will head up to Greenwich next Tuesday for their regular season finale. Well, that's my time for this week. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Schaefer Jones with your Rams Sports Report. Dom and Annie, back to you guys.
Thank you, Schaefer. It sounds like the Rams have been super busy and will continue to be this weekend.
Yeah, and with the first home football game in a few weeks, I really hope the weather holds up for the boys tonight. Let's go to Caitlin Mulcahy to see how the fall weather will be treating us this weekend. Caitlin?
Thanks, guys. Now, this past week, it was mostly sunny, and although temperatures were chillier in the mornings, they warmed up in the afternoon. Now, it looks like this pattern will continue throughout the weekend with a couple of clouds here and there. Good morning, NCHS. I'm Caitlin Mulcahy, here to give you this weekend's weather. Today, we'll have sunny skies with temperatures warming up to 69 with a chilly low of 48. So if you're planning to show some school spirit and come to the football game at 7, be sure to bring a jacket. Moving on to Saturday, conditions will remain around the same with sunny skies once again. Temperatures will warm up a bit with a high in the 70s and a low of 52, making Saturday the pick of the week. So this will be a great chance to get outside, take a stroll, and soak up that sun. Sunday, it will be partly cloudy with temperatures reaching up to 72 degrees with a low of 55, so it could be a great chance to head to the city or just tuck in with a blanket and catch the latest game. Well, guys, it will be prime fall conditions this weekend, so Annie and Dom, be sure to take advantage of the weather and get outside.
Thanks, Caitlin. Now, before we go, we would like to wish a very fine birthday to Ava Nichols, Aisha Dagley, John Dayton, and Oliver Jardim. If you have any announcements, be sure to email us at nctv78@gmail.com or tweet at us at nctv78 a week before the Friday broadcast. This has been Dominic Maitino.
And I'm Annie Manalia. Congrats to the crew. We leave you now with a small view of last night's show, The Miracle Worker. Have a great weekend, NCHS.
M-O-T-H-E-R. Mother. Let her come. You said we'd be together forever. You promised forever and ever. And
Miss Annie, I've been waiting to give you this.
What?
Your first month's salary. It may more to come, I trust. It doesn't express how we feel. It doesn't pay our debt for what you have done.
What have I done?
Taking a wild thing and giving us back a child.